on this episode of Black Man Unfiltered.
LA takes
Atlanta.
care of
I'm
their
just using
people
LA
more
as
than
an
any
example. Even
city.
Atlanta.
Look up their stats. Look up the stats on LA and on their government assistance. They take care of their people more than any
No, they
city
do
in this
not.
country.
No, they do not.
So look up those
Yes,
stats.
they do.
I'm
Yes,
out there.
yes,
I'm out
Megan
there. I
that's
has
was
why
just
family.
LA
out there
has
over
went
the last
bankrupt.
week.
That's why the city went bankrupt. Look up these stats. I'm gonna send them to
California
you.
is bankrupt. That's what I'm saying.
That's why
why
LA went bankrupt
they still
several
bank. That's why
times
they can't
because the
afford to
government
take
takes.
care of the
I have
people.
family. I have family that lives in LA. And has
My mother
government
lives out there.
assistance. They take
Come
care of their.
on.
And he's making
Let me
deals with
see
international
this
companies
Washington
behind
Post.
our back.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I want to go back to when Brian was talking about the poverty and the homeless people and stuff like that. It doesn't matter what party is in office, Republican, conservative, Democratic, whoever. I don't think that's going to change the amount of people that's out there that want to be homeless or that has the desire to be homeless or that's been comfortable being homeless or whatever. Like those people, I think they're individually and driven to be that way. So I don't think that has anything to do with a particular
Hold on,
party.
say that again. Hold on, what you say?
When it comes to being homeless, I don't think any party has anything. I don't think any party has anything to do with those people being homeless. They're individual. They're individually driven to be that way. They are that way because
how are they individually driven to be homeless?
Because right now, if you wanted to be homeless, so hold on. If you wanted to be homeless right now, if you wanted to quit your job and just say I'm finna fucking live on the street, you can do that. You have that. You have that right. So if you want to be homeless, you can be homeless. No party is making those people homeless. Those people are homeless because I don't know.
There's a huge part of the population that wants to be. That's a police officer. That's what they do, and it's a lot of them that want to. They want to be on the streets.
They don't have no bills to pay for. A lot of them child support has something to do with it. It's a lot of things that factor. Some of them mental illnesses. There's a lot of reasons to why people are homeless, and it has nothing to do with
this. Is fact.
This is hold on. I'm gonna answer your husband.
Go to your local general hospital. The county hospital here is called Bental. Go to your general hospital.
Homeless population. Texas don't have a big homeless population like LA. Them people in LA, them people in LA that staying all over in LA, they're staying near Beverly Hills, they're living on the beach. Those people didn't choose to be homeless. Those people lost economic money because of the government, the Democratic government. I'm gonna throw politics up in there because of the Democratic, the people in Denver. Huh?
You do realize we're the fourth biggest city. We have over 4
I'm
billion
talking about
people.
maybe not
Houston
as
has
much
a
as
huge homeless population.
Not like LA.
What I'm saying to you is fact. This is not anything I've read. This is fact. In the healthcare system, we would have hundreds of homeless people that came in. We had programs. We had lots of it have been people that struggle with addiction forever. And we tried to give them assistance. Their families were looking for them to get them off the street. They did not want the help. A person has to be at a place in their life, and sometimes 2-3 years later, then they're waiting for the help. There are people that are okay with being homeless, and I know some of these people were vets that were getting $1,800 checks a month. They did not have to be on the street. They chose to be on the street.
That's my uncle. That's my uncle. But in LA, there are families that live in 10 cities. They overran Skid Row.
Same thing in Houston. Look up the stats on Houston.
Families.
Look up the
now
stats
in
on
Houston, I ain't saying they ain't got it like that, but in LA, y'all don't look like LA. Y'all homeless population ain't like
but Brian, you have to be real with yourself. You can.
California's a Republican state. I want to say that.
Hey, y'all,
I be in these places all the time, man.
Go back and hear y'all one at a time, so everybody.
I be in these places all the time, so you can't tell nobody can't tell me what I know. Just like I ain't gonna tell you what you know.
California's Republican.
I don't go by people. I go on what's fact and what's stats.
And what's fact? And you say something you never read. Come on now.
But once again, like I said,
if I end this conversation,
if I wanted to be,
I love this conversation.
I'm going on the fourth largest city in the country.
I understand what you're saying, but the problems are different compared to in LA. There are families that are living on the street. They didn't have no choice because of rent going up. There's a lot of families because rent is like $3,000 or $4,000 a month. Tell me how can somebody like that live in LA can afford that? They're not choosing to be homeless.
So let
me give you a bit of facts about LA. LA.
Atlanta. I'm just using LA as an example. Even Atlanta.
Look up their stats. Look up the stats on LA and on their government assistance. They take care of their people more than any
city.
They do not.
No, they do not.
So look up those stats.
Yes, they do.
I'm out there.
Megan
I was out there over the last week.
That's why the city went bankrupt. Look up these stats. I'm gonna send them to
California is bankrupt. That's what I'm saying.
That's why LA went bankrupt. Several times because the government takes care of I have family that lives in LA.
My mother lives out there.
They take care of their people. Okay. They take care of their. Well, if she's not getting assistance, I don't know what the problem is.
My mother
they take care of their people.
If she's not getting it, it's probably because she didn't apply for it. But this is what I'm saying.
My mother is not homeless.
They take care of their. I have family that has kids and all of that live in LA. They take care of
my mother lives.
That's why the city went bankrupt 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
They gonna continue to go bankrupt, but that's why the people are on the streets because of the
the people on the streets because they're choosing to be on the streets.
How are they choosing to be on the streets?
There are people. Look, Brian, there are homeless people. Brian, there are homeless people that choose to be on the street. I went to LA. I went to LA last year. And I sat there and I talked with like 2 or 3 of them. Like one dude had a whole black girlfriend. He was like, "Yeah, we moved from state to state. This is so cool. We tried to get me to go to Vegas." There are people that choose to live there because
I never said that. Listen, there's people
that's there because of mental health. I mean, there are
exactly, but that's exactly what I said. Is different reasons why people are homeless.
But for the majority of people, I wish Julie can get on. Because Julie, listen, for the majority of the people that's in LA, that's on the streets, most of those people didn't choose to be on the street. I'm telling you, there are families on them streets, man. I'm telling you.
There's families on the streets of Houston.
But not like in LA. I ain't never seen that in LA. Even Atlanta and Texas got the same type of homeless population. Most of it is single people, just like y'all mentioned, drug addicts, people that want to be on the street. Stuff like that. Atlanta got the same problem also with their homeless population. When I stayed out there, their homeless population wasn't nothing like it was in the last 5 years.
A lot of the people that's homeless, those people have mental issues. I think people just I guess their families just gave up on them, or they just ran away, and their families don't have no way of getting in contact with them. But once again, like I said, being homeless, if you're a sound-minded person and you're homeless, is because that's a personal choice that you made to be. Some people some people you got career people that love to go to jail.
Republican though.
But look, you got people that love to go to jail because of the fact that they know they go to jail, they're gonna get 3 free meals. They got cable, they got TV, they ain't gotta worry about no bill, they ain't gotta worry about no child support, they ain't gotta worry about none of that shit. So some people will purposely, when they get out of jail, they'll purposely do something to go right back in jail because that's a better lifestyle for them. You got those same kind of career homeless people that they would rather do that, because they don't have to worry about no bills, they ain't gotta worry about no child support, they ain't gotta worry about it. Like it's a bunch of different reasons why people choose.
But
choose to be homeless.
I get it. That what you speaking, it always been a problem. But what I'm saying now, there are more families on the street that didn't have a choice. I'm telling you, bro, the rent in LA is high as hell.
But they don't have to stay in LA.
A lot of people
they can take the little money that they have and move somewhere that's cheaper.
A lot of people can't do that, bro. That's just like you telling the families in Chicago to move. A lot of people can't move from their circumstances, bro.
Okay, so are we saying
that's not their fault? See, this the problem.
So you say they don't have no money, no job,
y'all got money. Hold on.
Where's the government assistance? Where's the government assistance?
Y'all two are successful black people. So I think since y'all made it in life, I think it's hard for y'all to understand that there are people that fuck up out here. I said it to both of y'all, husband and wife. I was speaking to the husband.
I have worked.
I didn't graduate. I ain't got no education.
Shit that you read. You speaking on a lot of stuff that you read. I'm speaking on facts.
I speak on stuff what I know, baby. I've been out the country. I stayed in Africa. My dad was a missionary. We used to go to Africa, Manila as a kid. I used to go to Jamaica. I go out the country, so I seen things and I educated myself.
One at a time, so they can hear y'all, so the people can hear y'all. One at a time, so people can hear y'all.
I'm not disputing what y'all saying about mental issues and drugs. I'm telling right now
about us being successful black people and that we lost touch with. That's not true.
Y'all lost touch, man. Y'all lost touch, bro.
Since I
y'all lost touch.
First of all, I went to a HBCU. And so you can't tell me I pulled myself up by my goddamn bootstraps. I made nothing out of nothing. I did not have my brother raised me. So you can everything I got, I worked hard for, and I pulled it out the goddamn mud. My brother raised me. That was 7 years older than me. So nobody can say, so no, I haven't lost touch with anything. Yes, I'm successful now, but I have a lot of family
that's my opinion.
That's still on Section 8.
And guess what? Y'all gonna still ball out, yo. Y'all still gonna ball out harder than me.
Because you said, wait, Brian, you said what you wanted to say. All the stuff that I'm speaking on is not stuff that I've read. It's fact. I've worked at the county hospital. I've worked at the hospital.
I worked for CPS.
I've been healthcare ever since I graduated college. The stuff that I've seen, I'm telling you, is fact. I've seen the homeless people coming in there and their families are looking for them and they want to be on the street. So I'm not out of touch with anything. The stuff I'm telling you, I've seen with my eyes. I've seen it. I've seen it.
I haven't disputed that what you said, though. You disputing what I said. You disputing what I'm saying about families, and I'm going against your husband about when you said people. He said people are choosing like most of these people not. Yeah, I said it.
I feel like families adjust to any environment. I mean, that's feelings right there. The kids, you've convinced these kids that they deserve this type of life just because you feel like that this is best. And you may be right. Whose opinion is right or wrong when it comes to the homeless? I'm just trying to figure out, are you saying that the Republicans are the answer for getting them out, or the Democrats are the reason that they are?
I never said it's about money.
That's what I'm asking. Because California's a Republican state.
I just said I'm just like financially better under Trump. And I said, once we get this money right, man, that's the problem. We financially fucked up. It's Ohio.
That's what you said. You said you successful, and that's why you supporting the conservatives. How many of your black brothers and sisters are successful at that level?
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Guess what? Guess how many black brothers I get to hire? Guess how many black people I get to hire? I probably won't be able to get a chance to hire no more people because of the payroll tax that Biden might implement that Trump didn't have.
But once again, it goes back to you, because your whole thing was that because of the Democrats, that's why we have such a big homeless population. When Trump was in, the homeless population numbers did not change when Trump got into office. Yes, we did get stimulus checks, but a lot of people didn't get stimulus checks. Homeless people, some of them, matter of fact, some of them probably could have gotten it, but probably didn't go get it because they may not have just known about it or didn't have
a home.
Right. So, but the thing about it is, once again, the homeless number did not change. It didn't decrease. It didn't increase when Trump got into office. Even when the next president or whatever, Biden don't make another 4 years or whatever, some things are not going to change. Though, like no president is going to get into office and say, guess what? We're going to give all the homeless people homes. That's not going to happen.
Hold on. Let me correct you just in case anybody said that. I didn't say presidents are going to change the homeless. When I was speaking about cities and states that's ran by Democrat cities like governors or mayors, I didn't say nothing about the president, so let me clear that up too.
But we ran by Republican government in a wheelchair.
Yes, we are ran by a
Republican government in a wheelchair.
I love him. Situation. I'm gonna vote for him again. I'm gonna vote for him again.
And how he fucked black people with COVID. Oh, you love that.
How he fucked black people with COVID.
It's disproportionately affecting our people down here.
What's disproportionately mean? Can you define?
Look at the numbers of black and brown people that have died from COVID. Look at that in Texas. Let's talk about that. And this man refused. Texas has been wide open since the start of the freaking pandemic. Look at that. And look at the numbers. This man refused to close it down. Y'all in Dallas, y'all in other places, y'all not here living with this shit. I've been working in the medical center since this shit happened. Almost 2 years. It's a freaking mess. And it's our people that are freaking dying from it.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. I can't support nothing about Greg Abbott or nothing about he got going on.
I'm gonna support him again because I do not. I want my daughter. I want my daughter to compete with girls in the same gender. I don't need no Democratic governor to allow a boy to compete with my daughter.